speaking of hunger, just kind of a little something to kind of uh, throw gas on the fire a little bit. My father, and the same thing is true with Debbie's father, they were both very hungry Jesus lovers, and they wanted to be in whatever God was doing. And so in the late 60s, my father watched and read the Look and Life magazines. Those were both very popular back in the day. And on the front cover, it had pictures of the Jesus people out in California. You know, mass baptisms in the ocean, mass salvations in churches or in open air areas. And my dad, he was so, that was part of his MO, part of his life. He said, if we have $75 to our name by, I think it was July 1st or something like that, we're going to drive from Illinois to the West Coast and we're going to get in the middle of it. Well, my dad, he was a pioneer, and that's not feasible or practical, but it just doesn't matter to a pioneer, especially to a hungry pioneer. And so we packed all of our tent and some hand tools for potential working while we're there to make a little money. And sure enough, we stayed with relatives, we camped on the ground, we got out in LA, we stayed in Jesus hippie communes. My mother and sister stayed with the gals, and Dad and I stayed with the guys. We ate at their communal table, and we went to Calvary Chapel before Chuck Smith was even on the map yet. It was just starting to pop with the fresh stuff with Lonnie Frisbee and all. And we got right in the very middle of it. And when we got home 6 weeks later, we had just enough money in our pocket to buy the school books that my sister and I needed for high school at the end of August. And God supplied everything. I could tell you some really cool stories about that, but that set a pretty big precedent in my life. And there are a lot of other stories I could tell about my dad going on wild, crazy, desperate hunts for God. And he brought home the bacon. He brought home the goods too. And anyway, that was a huge precedent setter for me. And later on then, when I heard something was happening in Toronto, this is in 1994. Well, now it was my turn. I called my dad. I said, Dad, I'm going to Toronto tomorrow, taking my family there. If you'll meet me in Chicago, you can ride with me and I pay all expenses. And I said, I don't know what we're going to get into. We'll be gone a week and we'll see what we get. And oh, it's touching me. So my dad and mom met us in Chicago, got into our full-size Ford van. We went up there and 8 of us crowded into one hotel room. And our days became nights and our nights became days. We were up all night long and slept all day and ready for the next meeting the next night, And oh boy, we had some first time experiences in God. And so that kind of started, Brenda, you'll remember that started our little revival center up there in Wisconsin. But God loves hunger. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled.